Hello, everybody.
Oh, are we live?
Yeah, we're on. Oh, I didn't tell you.
You didn't.
Good evening. How's everybody doing? Oh, my foot was stuck. Sorry, honey.
Well, looks like I need to turn my phone off because I tried a ding ding. It said that,
It's time for us to go live.
It said Disurge Life is live
All right,
now.
we are live. Absolutely, we are live. So, hello, it's Rita.
And Henry.
And we are here to share with you our Disnerd life this week. We have lots to talk about tonight, but if you are just joining on, if you could pretty please go ahead and share out and let everybody know. We'll get started here quickly. Make sure you say hi as you come in. I had to move the comments over here so we could see our comments as they come in. But make sure you say hi to us. Let us know. We are going to have a fun discussion tonight. Hello, everyone.
I'm checking some things right
Oh,
quick.
you're checking some things?
I'm checking some things also.
Awesome.
Awesome sauce.
So how was your week?
My week was good.
Oh, thank you, Bridget. Bridget says hello. She shared out. We're excited about tonight's topic. Turn this off. There'll be a nice big echo. That'll be awful.
Got it going. Hold on. I was checking that.
Drinking out of my 25th anniversary cup. Give me some thumbs up or some hearts if you actually saw this in person.
No one saw it in person.
I did.
Oh. Oops.
Bridget, I don't know what your timeline is for Disney, but I'm wondering, you said your husband, I think, was a cast member there, is that right? So, did he get to see the birthday cake castle? It was beautiful.
Now, listen. You just loved having Mickey in his sorcerer's outfit on top of your great golf ball.
It wasn't, it was just the wand with the
just the
hand.
wand, okay.
Yeah.
I've always seen the video of
And
Mickey
then the
actually
sorcerer's hat. I never understood why they messed with the weenies, is what Walt called them.
Mess with the weenies? We're over at Casey's now. We're having weenies.
No, but like the first thing that your eyes are drawn to in the park is what Walt Disney called. Never mind. Anyway.
All right. This is a strange conversation we got going on
It's a good
tonight.
way to start. Okay, so tonight we have a topic of things that you did not know that you could do at the resorts, and we want you to chime in on things that you do at resorts on your days that you're not visiting in the parks. But before we get around to doing that, we do have some news to share.
There is a little bit of news today.
Yep.
There's trivia also at the end of it all.
So just in case you're watching this on the replay, this is live this evening, and we are 9 o'clock now instead of 8:30 on Sunday night. And Tim Tracker and hot dogs. Yeah, that's a whole different kind of story. That was hilarious, and God bless him. I don't think he'll ever eat another hot dog again.
I bet he ate one next week at least.
You think so?
Yeah, he likes hot dogs from what I understand.
It's hamburgers.
Oh, okay.
He's the hamburger.
Oh, I know he likes hamburgers too, but I mean, they're a lot the same.
Well, anyway, enough about Tim Tracker.
Yes.
Because we are on live right now.
That's okay. And maybe Tim's watching right now. You never know.
You never know.
You did get to meet him, so.
I did. It was pretty cool.
Did you tell him about Disney's life?
I didn't.
Fail. Epic.
I did not tell him.
Okay.
Okay, so on to Disney news this week.
So the big news to me
Okay.
was the announcement, and this is actually probably a couple weeks ago, and I missed it somehow. I guess it's during our vacation from everything, was that they are going to be doing away with the plastic straws and stirs.
Mm-hmm.
And reducing the number of plastic bags they use and their plastic cups in the hotels.
Like those
There's little
plastic
coffee
sort of styrofoam cups.
Yeah, those kind of guys. But and that's not happening until the middle of 2019. They've got to work through several things they're working on. But one of the things that I saw is that they go through 175 million straws a year.
So I'm surprised it's not more than that.
I never really guessed.
Honestly.
I wanted to actually crunch the numbers on it. But I'm impressed that they're doing, that they're going away from it and working on alternate. Granted, over at Animal Kingdom, they've always had the paper straws. Mm-hmm. And honestly,
and technically,
I really like
you're not
those.
supposed to even bring in your plastic straws into the park.
In Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, into Animal Kingdom.
That's right.
Because I can remember first taking in children into the Animal Kingdom because I had children after Animal Kingdom. And I thought, Oh my gosh, I can't take in my juice packs for my kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting,
Anyway.
interesting. So,
Oh, they used to allow you to use the resort mugs in the parks. Yeah, that would be, wow. Wouldn't it be nice if that would be their way of conserving, is if we could start using our resort mugs in the parks? That would be great. I would pay a nice price for
if
that.
I could have
A premium. I would pay a premium
I'll pay a
price
premium
for
price for it, yeah.
for a resort refillable mug.
Yeah.
I mean, for a refillable mug throughout the parks.
Yes. Because, well, that's less trash then. And
Yeah.
I've got something to take home. Another free souvenir to add
Yep.
to my stack of things to wash every night.
Absolutely. We have a whole mug. Yeah, they actually, they really should. And I'm sure they've tossed around the idea as far as that is concerned. I would think. I mean, every other theme park in the world does it. So.
I'm sure we'll
No, I think it's a great idea, though. I'm not surprised at all. It was not news to me. I know it was news to you, but I'm not surprised at all because Disney has really always been a leader in conservation.
Oh, yeah, no, I knew that. I missed the announcement that they
Yeah.
actually announced that they were going to be doing that. That's what I meant that I missed.
Well, yes, I know that. But Walt Disney was always a conservationist.
He was experimental, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. He was. All right, so cool. What else? What else? Other news?
You next. Next one's about you.
Oh, I don't know where it is on the list.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's right there.
Oh, okay, cool. So so my new favorite place in Disney Springs, which is not a new place, but it's new to me. Well, new for me, yeah. New favorite is Raglan Road. Now, I absolutely loved going there on my last trip. Without you, sorry, honey. And got to listen to some great Irish music and got to see some Irish dancers and had a fantastic dinner. And they have what's called the Great Irish Hoolie on Labor Day weekend, and they're having that again this year. Apparently, this is its 7th year.
That's what I read.
And they have different events on each night, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night, with some award-winning bands. You're going to hear all kinds of great music. There's no cover. It's going to be packed. But make sure that you head over there if you are in Disney World on Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
Which
definitely.
is this weekend.
I'm a word it is, isn't it?
Yep. And the following weekend is and Bridget, if you're still watching, catch me on this, tell me if I'm right. But the following weekend, I think, is the Christian concert not at Disney, because they're not doing that anymore, Nights of Joy, but the one over at Universal.
They don't do Nights of Joy anymore.
Nope.
I missed that. Huh.
Yep.
Interesting.
All right, go ahead.
Did you see the Time Magazine article?
I didn't see it, but I saw somebody post about it.
Oh, yeah. So Time Magazine has come out with their World's Greatest Places. And it's 100 destinations or places to stay. And it's really cool. You actually got to go back and look at it because the places to stay, I've got a good 40 places left that I want to go to now that just looked awesome. A couple of them in the United States. Most of them weren't. But Disney made that list with places to visit, and that would be Pandora.
I think that's really cool.
I think that's super cool that an amusement park was classified as a place to visit in the world. So,
That's really cool. Well, I'm not surprised. Pandora is special.
it is.
It's I think we would both agree it's a lot smaller than what we thought it was going to be.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But the theming, well, if you've never been to Animal Kingdom is one of the best themed parks in all of Disney parks. And I've never been to Tokyo Disney Sea, but I dare say it is probably as well themed as Tokyo Disney Sea, just by the pictures that I have seen.
Sure.
I think all of us locals to Disney World would probably think going over to Tokyo Disney Sea is like the greatest thing ever. But anybody who comes here would think Animal Kingdom is a beautiful, beautiful park.
Yes.
And Pandora actually took what we already had and
Went
stepped
to
it
that next
up.
level. Yes.
So, yeah, it doesn't surprise me that Pandora's a great place to visit.
No.
And it's beautiful at night.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's super cool. Day and night. Just all the fun stuff you can get in there and explore and play with. I've got a video of Amelia in there playing with the drums and singing all the stuff. So it was a lot of fun.
Shameless plug.
Shameless.
Over at Middle of the
Never
Magic
shameless.
Travel, who is definitely our sponsor, Middle of the Magic Travel has their own a group page called Mickey's Backyard. called Mickey's Backyard, and we were just discussing how beautiful Pandora was there. Bridget actually
That's
is
cool.
the one who posted it. You like the Pandora bathroom? Okay, Bridget, I have to ask, what is it about the Pandora bathroom that you love so much? Because I've been in it several times, and I don't recall it being, Rapunzel worthy. But like the Rapunzel bathrooms, but maybe I'm missing something. So make sure you let me know what I'm missing. I want to know what I'm missing.
All right.
Okay, cool.
So.
Oh, and then the last one is there is a new extra ticketed event that has been announced, and it's at Hollywood Studios. So for a period of time, they are doing an event where they open up at 7:30 and in the morning, and it's, I believe, $79 for adults, $69 for children, but you get to go exclusively to Toy Story Land and experience Toy Story Land with the lower crowds. Basically what it is you're going to get to go into the park at be in Toy Story Land at 7:30 to 8:30 without the crowds, but there is breakfast included. According to the information I've been given, the breakfast will be in a quick service restaurant outside of Toy Story Land, so you won't actually be eating in Toy Story Land. So the way the touring, I guess you could say, would work would be you're going to hit Toy Story Land very first thing in the morning and do all that, and then once about 8:30, 8:45 rolls around, when they're starting to let people line up, basically to go into Toy Story Land, you head out and you go to get your breakfast. And it is what they call a continental breakfast. Again, I haven't seen any more information. Nobody in the agency has had any experience with this yet. But the more we know, or when we know, we'll let you guys know. Sounds like it could be a good event. I mean,
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I mean, you're talking about even at the $70 or $75 or $80, somewhere around there. And yes, you get a meal out of it, so that it counts for at Disney World about $30. I don't know if an hour early for me into Toy Story Land is worth $50.
Well, let me say this though. Not only do you get to experience the attractions, but Buzz and Woody and Jessie are out for meet and greets, and
That's
those
cool.
lines are really long. Here's what I have to say. There are definitely times of the year where it is more crowded at Disney World.
Yes.
And there are certain times of the year that if I had a client who asked me about it, if I felt like it was going to be really crowded, I would definitely say, hey, there's this extra event. You might want to consider doing it. And let's face it, Disney always goes above and beyond when it comes to when you're purchasing a ticket for another event. So they're going to make you feel, like you're royalty. They're really good at that.
Yeah.
So I have no doubt that it will be worth it. I just don't know if I would do it when it's not so crowded.
That's true.
Yeah.
As opposed to, you see, after watching the ticketed event that you all did late at night over at Magic Kingdom.
That was worth every penny.
That one, but that was also a 5-hour ticketed event. And even I don't know what the price was.
Technically it's a 3-hour ticketed event.
I understand that, but you get to get in there you're in there at 7. Actually, it was more like 6 hours for y'all. You can actually get in there at 6. And I know it was only from 10 o'clock to 1 a.m. as the ticketed event time. But I got 6 hours of value out of it. Therefore, you could eliminate another day off of it. And there was 3 hours of no one else there. That 3 hours is pretty big.
Well, so this is a good question to ask. Would you do it? Would you pay to go into Toy Story Land for an extra hour and 15 minutes or early, an hour and 15 minutes early, plus you get some breakfast with it, just so you don't have to wait in line for Slinky Dog? I don't know.
I guess maybe the better question is how many people they're going to do that with. If they tell me that ticket is that line is there's only 500 tickets for it, now that might be different.
Oh yeah, I would.
Yeah, I just knowing that number would be the difference to me. So, and Bridget thinks that the bathrooms sound cool because of the sounds.
Okay.
And obviously the sounds over in the girls' bathroom is a lot different than the sounds in the boys' bathroom.
I knew you were going to go with that. That's hilarious. That Disney does go above and beyond. They definitely even do it in the bathroom. So I'll have to pay attention next time I'm in there into the sounds. All right. So is that it with the news?
That's all the news we got up there. Just those four guys up there. So let's talk about.
Jeremy said exclusivity would be key. Now, Jeremy, I'm going to tell you the nighttime event. It is definitely exclusive. When it feels like there's nobody there at the Magic Kingdom but you and maybe like 100 other people, It feels pretty cool.
And I think that tends to be the thing, is that over at the Magic Kingdom community, that there's 25 attractions that are still open.
Right.
So even if there was 1,000 people in there, then there's still, only a couple of hundred that might possibly be on the same run that you're on at that given time.
Yeah, I'd like to see some numbers behind that.
I would. So, all right, let's talk about things you never knew to do at the resorts.
Okay.
Or you may have known them, but we're just helping you out.
All right, so as Disney travel planners and as Disney experts, because that is what we are definitely Disney experts, one of the things when we help people plan their vacations is we always recommend, if you can, to put a day in the middle of your vacation to where you don't have anything to do. There's a couple of reasons behind that. You get really tired if you're going from morning to night, hitting the parks, hitting every attraction that you possibly can, doing your character dining and all that kind of stuff. You hit a wall. And it's important in the middle of your vacation that you rest, because when that wall hits, it hurts.
The very first time that I went down to Disney with the family, whenever it was you, me, and our oldest, I went down, and I think Minnie hit the wall on day 3. I hit it day 4. You hit it day 5.
I don't know.
It was fun, but I know that the second half of our trip, each of us was tired on a different day, and I was thinking, man, that one person is just not enjoying it as much as the rest of us. To where after that trip was over, we started talking about middle of the trip, somewhere along the way, putting in an extra, just a day of rest.
Well, and it also depends on what you can do. Some people that just doesn't work out in their plan, but that's neither here nor there. Even if that's the case, there's a lot that you can do at your resort that maybe you never thought that existed. And this ranges from value resorts all the way up to deluxe resorts. So don't think that just because you're staying at the Pop Century, which is a value resort, or even Fort Wilderness, which is definitely a value resort if you're camping, that there are not these awesome amenities that are available to you. Some of them are free and some of them are really minimal cost.
Yeah.
I think almost all the ones we put on here were
free to minimal cost.
Free to minimal cost. So, yeah.
And the cool thing that I've noticed on all of the things we put down is that you do not have to be staying at that resort.
Yes.
That is key. You can be at any of the resorts, and you can just, you know what? You've got a little princess, and, in the middle of the day, you decided to bounce over to the Grand Floridian, and there is, lo and behold, at 3:30, the Princess Promenade.
Yes, so tell us a little bit about the Princess Promenade.
Well, that's about all I got for you.
I have witnessed the Princess
Promenade. You have
Promenade.
witnessed it? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, then, by all means, you explain it. Because mine's just off secondhand knowledge. Yours is firsthand.
Well, I mean, when I say I've witnessed it, I just sort of was like, oh, look, there's the Princess Promenade, and I kept walking.
You weren't in it?
No, I didn't say I took part in it. I said I witnessed it.
But you're my princess.
Oh, my gosh. I love you.
I know.
So, yeah.
So I do know, what I do know about it is that it happens every day at 3:30, except for Tuesdays for some reason. I don't know why that is. I'm sure they have something else.
Cinderella has other duties.
Cinderella has other duties that day. How dare she not be there for us? I tell you, me and her are going to have a talk on her next annual review.
Okay.
So you do have a Princess Promenade, and along with that, so that happens, and all of the little girls ages. Oh, sorry. I saw something, a comment come up from Jeremy. I got distracted. But you've got all princesses, I want to say ages 3 to 12.
Yeah.
Is the age around. You get to, process around the ballroom or the grand lobby, while the musicians are playing, and even on top of that, not just whenever they're doing that part of it, but at any time. I witnessed last time we were there, people just break out into a waltz and a dance right there in the middle of the grand.
I have witnessed my parents break out into a dance in the middle of the grand lobby. So.
I've witnessed your parents break out and dance in the living room.
Well, yeah. But anyway. Yeah, because they do have a great band that plays.
They do.
All right, cool. Where are we?
I jumped around. You can start on any of the other ones.
Oh, my goodness. Okay,
there's tons of them.
some of the ones that I was really interested in my heart right now is at the Polynesian. Like I'm trying really hard to find a spot at the Polynesian for us to go to at some point. So I'm really wanting to do things at the Polynesian. Polynesian is one of the deluxe resorts I have personally not stayed at yet, and I really want to do. So that said, you actually can do free hula dancing, hula dance lessons, hula dances. So they do that during the afternoon. I read about some times, but I didn't really want to give times because you really are just better off checking at the resort and finding out because things can change.
Things would change by the season, by the day sometimes, things like that. It is best, all of these activities we talk about, it is best to contact that resort's front desk and say, hey, I heard there's hula dancing going on. Can you give me some more information? And they will be happy to tell you everything out there.
So, I mean, really, take your kids to the hula dance lessons, or
take your grandmothers to hula dances.
Oh my gosh, that would be so much fun.
That would be.
Or if you're just looking to have a laugh, or I mean, I don't want to make fun of it because I think it's a wonderful tradition. But if you want to have fun with your spouse, I mean, I know Henry and I would probably giggle a lot if we did it. But it'd be a great thing to do. Also, over at the Polynesian, they have these tiki things.
They have lots of tikis all over the place. It's a Polynesian resort.
Yeah, thank you, honey. But you could go do a scavenger hunt, and you would have to ask the front desk about that. Also at the Polynesian, which I don't have on my list, and this really isn't an activity, but they do have a lady who makes leis over in the close to the children's area in the main lobby, and you can purchase them there. They're the different kinds. They can make barrettes and headbands. And
Gotcha.
They're a lot. They're very pretty, very nice, and very unique. And they have ukulele players.
Almost every single moderate level and up seem to have some kind of what I would consider a street performer.
Yeah.
At them. Whether it was someone juggling or someone, one of the things that I came across with it, and the thing that I want to talk about actually with it beforehand was that there's a Disney trivia night now over at Port Orleans, both at Riverside and French Quarter on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Just another reason for us to go stay there.
Just another reason. But what it led into is also that Yeehaw Bob performs there Wednesday through Saturday night. And again, and I won't say he's necessarily a street performer. He's a show performer now, or a stage performer. But that's where some of that stuff, came from.
Yeah, and over at Port Orleans, Riverside, where the River Roost, where Yeehaw Bob performs, that's a really popular event. And we've said this before, it is a family event. I know it's at a lounge or bar or whatever you want to call it, but it is definitely a family event. And Yeehaw Bob is so popular, he has his own website. So this is not... This is not just sort of, silly. I mean, it is silly and fun, but it's more than just your average Joe hanging out at the lounge entertaining the guests as they come in.
Yep.
Has his own CDs and things like that.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
That's impressive.
Yeehaw Bob is a lot of fun and very popular.
Cool.
Trivia, though. I want to hit the trivia up the next time we're over there.
I didn't know about it. So next time we're there on a Monday or Tuesday night, we're definitely over at the Port O.
Yeah.
So.
The Port O?
Yeah.
Like the Fort O?
Well, I had to listen. I only had so much room on here. There's a lot of things abbreviated. Polynesian just says Poly. Fort Wild.
All right. So what else you got on this list?
Well, all right. Speaking of Fort Wild, Fort Wilderness. So there's a couple things that we've already experienced with it. So you have horseback riding and pony rides. The pony rides were actually really fun. Took a little bit to get Amelia, necessarily she wanted to go, then she didn't, then she wanted to go, she didn't, and finally she decided to go, and we did 2 laps around with it. I got to lead her around, so she was riding on a little pony, super easy, comfortable ride, and it was a lot of fun getting to see her on her horse for the first time. I did quite a bit of horseback riding whenever I was in Scouts, and always enjoyed it, and it was fun to see her enjoy that bit to begin with.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
well, I learned something new.
Learned something new today.
So I know that I'm going to interrupt you for a second, but I know as we are talking about this, there are things that you've experienced at the resort? Because we could spend hours on this topic.
Oh, definitely. I'm looking at the clock ticking by going, we're in trouble. We're not going to get all of these.
But if there are things that you've experienced at the resorts, please comment and share and let us know what you have done. Share it with the people who are watching, because there are definitely people watching.
Yep.
And let them know what are some great events at the resorts that you would like to share with everybody. Okay.
So also over in Fort Wilderness,
okay,
is you have an archery class. So if your little princess wants to be Merida from Brave, she can go over and learn to shoot her own bow and arrow. If your young man wants to be Robin Hood, he can come over and do the same. So a real fun thing. I don't know the age limits on it. I mean, obviously there's going to be a little bit of a cost with it. But again, that's one of those things that's going on over at Fort Wilderness.
I don't know if you noticed, but we passed by the archery area over next to the pool every time we went over.
I did not notice it once. Mm-hmm. That's just like, all right, so another one of those things that I didn't notice that you said. So over at the Contemporary, and you said also at Fort Wilderness, is that there's a butterfly garden. And I did not know that there's, obviously butterfly gardens are very specific to the time period and stuff like that. But the time of the year is when some of them are more than, well, that's true too. So that was really neat. Bridget just said the poolside fun and movie Under the Stars. We believe every single resort has one form or another of this, whether it's at the pool or over by a campfire. You're going to have one or the other that has a movie, and they typically have the movie posted in typically the lobby area, maybe in your room. They may have it on but there. I know at Fort Wilderness, at each of the bathhouses, when I went over there, they had a list of all the activities that was going on. You can also check whenever you get into, I know over at Art of Animation, or maybe it was at the Pop Century, as you were going into the restaurant, we were right there in the gift store.
Yeah.
They had posted their events for the week.
Yes.
And some of those events may included pin trading. It could have been a craft, just a random craft that's not listed anywhere else. Just like, hey, we're going to be making Mickey heads tonight, or something like that. So,
one of the themes that I've seen throughout the resorts is just because we do a lot of resort hopping and things like that, is almost all the resorts do some kind of, I think it's like a tie-dye Mickey shirt.
Oh, that's cool.
And maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I was just sort of making my own, deduction. But there's usually is.
I know that our oldest still has a tie-dye Mickey shirt from the time that we were at Fort Wilderness.
That time we were at Fort Wilderness?
Oh, wait. Almost every time now? So.
Yeah.
But speaking of some classes, there was one that you're really excited about. So I'll let you talk about the one over at French Quarter.
So Painting on the Bayou, and that is one over at Port Orleans French Quarter. Every Wednesday right now they're doing a class that is led, and it's a painting class. So I was thinking about those, and maybe I'm wrong, but I'm thinking of one of those classes that you see on the internet right now where people go with all their girlfriends, and they learn how to paint. And maybe they all paint the same thing. I'm not really sure if that's what they do, but it is a painting class of some sorts. And it does have a cost. It's, I think, around $35. And it
but you get to take something home. That'd be cool.
Yeah, you definitely get to take something home. Something I'm very interested in doing, and hate that the last time I was down there that I missed it, because I will do it. I think
that's cool.
Port Orleans French Quarter is a beautiful resort. So is Riverside. I think they're definitely the most popular moderate resorts, and for a good reason. And having that kind of a fun little class to go with it, I think is great.
Speaking of another fun little class, over at Art of Animation, I think Monday through Friday, like 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock, they have a 30-minute class on drawing Disney characters.
Oh, so like every 30 minutes?
Every 30 minutes.
Every hour,
something like that. There's a constant, it's not just a one-time thing. It is all day, all the time. And I remember when we were at the Art of Animation last time, I saw there's a little room over on the side of it. I think it's all done digitally now.
Well, that's how it used to be at Disney Quest.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, it was.
Gosh, it's been a while. I don't remember.
Well, maybe you should visit Disney Quest. Oh, you can't do Disney Quest anymore.
Yeah, that's all right.
No, it's not. So a couple of others that are on there, and our list is still long, and we're running short on time. I got about 15 minutes left. One of the things that I saw was really cool is night vision goggles on the Savannah. So go over to Animal Kingdom Lodge.
I have never done this, and I've always wanted to do it, and I always recommend it to people, and I've just never actually done it. So we need to let's put this at the top of our list.
Put that on our list then.
Yeah.
Now, granted, we've done some night vision goggles before, which was a lot of fun.
I've never done it.
Yes, our friends the Beans we all went camping. Us and some of our other friends were all camping, and there was a meteor storm going on. Right?
No, we just went out to see.
No, there was something going on that night.
No, it was just an event at the campground.
Oh, okay.
It was a stargazing event.
Okay, well, they had a stargazing event, and we had the night vision goggles out, and boy, is that sky bright. So.
Yeah, Bridget, it's something I've known about this night vision goggle thing for a long time, and have always thought, I really need to get over there and do it. I really need to get over there and do it. And this just goes to show you that I know everybody goes to Disney World to see the castle and Pandora and all that, but there's
a
so
castle there?
much. There's so much outside that, I don't know. Personally, I'm just at the point where I just want to go to the parks for a couple of days and then hang out at the resorts the rest of the time. So with that said, there is a special event that only happens one time a year, and again, we're back at Port Orleans French Quarter.
No, both.
Sorry. It
goes across both.
It goes through both. Sorry.
Yes.
Port Orleans. And that is their Mardi Gras parade, which happens on Fat Tuesday. This is brand new, discovery for me. I'm never there at that time of the year because I'm working.
No, you're working.
But if you are there, they have a parade, and it's like a Mardi Gras parade. Family friendly Mardi Gras parade.
Never thought of that.
But the cast members, they do up like golf carts, and they have this great Mardi Gras parade. I watched video of it. Oh my goodness.
It definitely looks fun.
It looks like a lot of fun. And Princess Tiana. Whoa, wait a minute. Did you say... Hold on, Bridget. Hey, hold that thought. Princess Tiana makes an appearance. Now, Bridget, my question is you say all resorts. Are you saying there's a Mardi Gras parade at...
No. I love walking around the resorts. Walking around at all.
I was like, what?
There is a slight delay on the comments coming over to us.
I know
I've
there
checked
is.
that.
Yes, I know there is. Okay.
She'll catch up. Technology is not our friend.
So, yes, I think if you are down during the Mardi Gras, or the end, I guess, technically, of the Mardi Gras season.
That Tuesday.
Yeah. You need to check that parade out. So, what else you got there that you want to...
So, a couple other things that are on the list. So, for romantic or just with the family, doing a carriage ride. Fort Wilderness and Port Orleans Riverside have carriage rides available.
Now, are you talking about the carriage rides that are like the private carriage
Private.
rides?
This is for up to 4 adults or 2 adults and 3 kids.
Carriage versus wagon.
Carriage versus wagon.
Gotcha.
Yes, there are wagon rides, and they were interesting, and I liked it, and I'll do it again. But it was fun to get to chat. I kind of wish on the wagon ride, because it's such a large wagon, that there was 2 cast members there.
Oh, somebody sitting
one
in the wagon
driving
with you.
and one talking to us. That would have been a little better to me. But hey, either way, it was still a lot of fun. There are tours of everything. They tour tons of stuff. So not every resort has tours, but definitely talked to a lot of them. Some of the ones that I've came across and I thought were really interesting on this time around. Fort Wilderness Lodge has a tour that goes by what they call their replica of Old Faithful. And it talks about a lot of the art of that they have in the lodge, and just kind of where they came across with everything on it. And also, over at Animal Kingdom Lodge, they have a culinary tour.
Oh, yeah.
So the 2 resorts, or 2 restaurants over there, before they open up, you can get in there, and I think the chefs come out and talk to you a little bit and some stuff like that.
We need to ask Mark and see if he's done that one.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Mark, if you're listening, chime out.
In the future, we're going to have somebody on who is what we consider a culinary expert. So that will be
I thought I was a culinary expert. I love to eat.
When we tell you about our new series of shows that we're going to be doing here in the next few weeks, we will tell you all about that.
Definitely. Another neat one on there.
What?
That's the last one. You can't talk about that until the very end. So another interesting one, also over the Wilderness Lodge, is they have what they call the Flag Family of the Day. All right, so this is much like
Now, you would need to be a resort guest.
You do have to be a resort guest of the Wilderness Lodge. That is true. But they allow one family to come up and raise the flag up on the top. One of the rangers takes you up onto the top of the the outpost, I guess you'd consider it, but on top of the lodge, and you actually raise the American flag and several others. But what makes this a unique thing is the view that you get of Disney from there. It's a very unique, beautiful view to go up to and stuff. So,
gonna stay there too.
Yeah, we're gonna stay there. So,
all right. So there's some other 2 places over at. Oh, yeah, okay, making sure I got that right. So there are 2 places over at the boardwalk that is definitely more of an adult entertainment. It's over 21, and that's Jelly Rolls and Atlantic Dance Hall. Both of those are, Atlantic Dance Hall is exactly what it sounds like. It is a dance hall.
Now, do they do all sorts of dance in there, or is it just kind of,
Yeah, it's like,
current?
I mean, it's Disney-fied club dance.
No, I understand that.
I mean,
I guess my question that I was asking was, can we go over there and do some swing dance?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, we'll have to go over there and try swing dance next time.
And then
we have to learn how to swing dance first.
There's Jelly Rolls, which is a dueling piano bar. And if you've ever been to a dueling piano bar, that's a lot of fun. Of course, those are going to have a cost because you're going in to those. What else? Oh, the electric water project?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, to me, this is just old news. This has been around since the 70s.
It has been around, but it's amazing sometimes, especially the people who are going for their first time, just don't always slow down enough to catch the electric water pageant.
I love it. I love watching people watch it too because it's really, I guess you could say, for this day and age, low tech. And it's just this beautiful light parade out on the water. So we always get to see it when we are taking our boat back to Fort Wilderness.
Yep.
Oh, Bridget says the ESPN Cafe. Definitely. If you are looking to watch a game, that's the place to be. It's over at the boardwalk.
It's also over the boardwalk.
Which is where
right
Jelly
over next
Rolls
to Jelly
and
Rolls and
Atlantic Dance Hall.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, there's a lounge over there too that I haven't been to. I'm going to go to.
We're going to have to go on another adults-only trip, aren't we?
Very soon.
Okay, good.
Fireworks.
Hey, that leads into our conversation for the next month.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Just hang tight.
Sorry, I was trying to roll it all in.
We're trying to get all this stuff in. There's so much stuff. And this is, like as we said, this list is.
Oh, I could have kept going. I actually ran out of time of things just to go back. And whenever we're working on these lists of stuff, we turn around and we start racking our brain, and then I go off and I rack other people's brains, and I check things on the internet. I'm like, who all thinks what and stuff like that, and I shoot some messages out to some friends, and it's a lot of things with it. And at some point you go, I'm like, I have to stop because I was originally like, do you want to do 10 things that you didn't know? No, just say things you never knew because I wasn't going to be able to pick 10 of them out of this.
Well, much like as you would assume, like I said, the electric water parade is definitely one, but going and watching the fireworks from the beaches of certain resorts, or I like to go to the Contemporary because you can go up onto the little stairs, the stairwells, and watch the fireworks. And then, of course, over at the Polynesian, you can sit on the beach. You can even watch the fireworks from the Grand Floridian. There's great places
all over the place.
And when we get some of our newer resorts, excuse me, when we get some of our newer resorts at, I believe it's the best views of fireworks are going to be over at Coronado Springs at that new hotel. The one,
okay, yes.
I could be wrong. I'm getting confused lately between the new one at Caribbean Beach and the one at Coronado Springs, but one of them is going to have views of all the fireworks. So, yeah.
Be able to get up top and stand. All right, guys, we're going to look to the north right now. All right, now let's all go over to look to the west. Now look to the south. Now go to the east. All right, you saw all the fireworks. That would be worth price of admission.
Yep.
So.
All right, so let's just end with the mailing a coconut, and then I have a couple of things I need to.
Okay, so in a couple of places, both in park and out of park, over at Pirates of the Caribbean, but also over at the Caribbean Beach Resort.
Okay.
You can go in, and I think I'd have to check it. I have to go back and check my sources because I didn't write it down. It was the last thing I wrote down. I think over the Polynesian also. But you can go in and you can mail a coconut to anywhere in the United States. So you can get there and mail a coconut back to your friends, and it says, "Greetings from Disney World." Like they take a sticker, they stick it on it.
Okay, we're going to do that next time.
It's totally a coconut going out in the mail.
That's awesome.
But I saw that. I went, how much fun would that be to be able to send a coconut back home to the family?
Okay.
I don't know. I want to say it was $20.
I'm still
I'll take $100. I got people around the area that I got.
Oh, we'll just send one home to us.
To us.
To our parents.
That's a good idea too.
Yeah.
That way we have one when we get home. Okay.
All right. So to wrap all of that up, we just listed off in 30 minutes a lot of things that you can do at the resorts that have nothing to do with going into the parks. Much of it has been low cost or free. And I'm just telling you, the best part of visiting and Bridget, stop it!
She wanted to send one to her. She would take some lime with her coconut.
I'm gonna get tickled. One of the best things about slowing down and visiting and having that off day and hanging out at your resort and seeing what your resort has to offer is the best thing it has to offer, and that is no alarm clock and getting to sleep in on that break.
Sure.
So make sure
Definitely.
that you take time to just relax. Here we've listed off all these things, which could be very overwhelming, but just pick one or two. Enjoy your time at the pool. Hang out there and, just enjoy Disney because Disney does it right.
Because, again, it is your vacation. It's one of the few places that I'm able to go and just go, all right, I'll just enjoy what's going on here. I get fully encompassed on what I'm doing at Disney, and I'm not thinking about all the stuff that I normally do at the store or my job or back at the house or whatever.
True that.
So it is very much so.
Well, before you get into trivia, there's one bit of news that I forgot to leave out, and it's not really news, but I think it's important to say. So we said last week that Mickey's Not So Scary Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party started last Friday, I think. Maybe the Friday before last.
Okay.
But one of the things that we had heard about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party was that Space Mountain was going to get some...
Extra magic?
Something different.
Extra magic.
Yeah. And I was really hoping that we would see the projections on the Space Mountain like we see at Disneyland.
Sure.
But that is not the case. However, what we learned was that they are shutting the lights completely off. It is completely pitch black. And they've got like spooky music playing.
Oh.
So when you go through the tunnel and you see the flashing red lights or the blue lights, that's all pitch black now. So I wonder if they take your picture. That would be like, ooh, startling.
Oh, Lord. Lord.
That'd be very startling.
Hopefully at least the lights are on at that point.
But they've also added in a couple of things at just some small little added features to the Tea Party and to the Pirates of the Caribbean.
They always add something just a little extra to make it well worth it for you.
And the big question was, will we see Moana?
And the answer is?
Yes. Moana is at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So if you got a little one who wants to go to the Halloween party, and that's the place to see Moana.
If you have a little one that wants to see Moana, you're going to the Halloween party.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe. All right. So we're going to end this evening with some trivia.
I have trivia, fun fact, and announcement.
Oh, okay, go.
All right, so trivia is, what toy did Mark Summer use to design Soarin'?
Oh, an erector set.
Okay, good job. Since you've been cleaning up erector set kind of things all day,
Lego. Yeah.
We cleaned up our little one's Lego collection.
Well, Bridget says about Space Mountain they should turn on the lights. It looks more scary. Well, yes. You are so right. And I had this conversation with a lady that I work with who's tall. And she goes to Disney a whole lot. And we were talking about how turning on the lights could be more scary.
Yes.
Anyway.
Fun fact.
Okay.
Or I'm going to let you guess first on it. This isn't a trivia bit of it necessarily.
Okay.
So, over in the beer garden, okay, they serve a lot of bratwurst. Okay. In fact, they go through in X amount of days, 26.2 miles worth of bratwurst, which is a marathon. A marathon length of bratwurst.
A day?
No, not a day. How many days does it take them to go through it?
To go through, a little over a mile. Wait, 26.2 point. Woo! It's late. 26.2 miles. I'm going to say 5 days.
No, we don't need that much. 60 days.
Oh, 60 days.
60 days. But that's still nearly a half a mile worth of bratwurst a day.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. So, we are not going to be on next week. It is the Labor Day weekend, and we are going out to the woods.
Yes. We'll be out enjoying family time, and we don't know if we'll have cell service or not. So, go out and enjoy some family time of your own.
So, after that, we're going to be back the following Sunday, and we are going to start a new series of shows that we're really, really excited about. What's the title?
I don't remember. I'm kidding.
What's the title?
Oh, sorry. So the title is Disney's Not Just for Kids. And then we're working on the title. I don't know if that's quite what we're going to go with or not. But the number of times that I end up talking to folks that say, "Oh, my kids are grown now. We don't do Disney." I'm like, that's the perfect time to go.
Of course, in my head, I'm like picturing like running to the Magic Kingdom without my kids, who I love.
Love our kids dearly.
Love
Enjoy taking them. Love seeing their faces light up with stuff. But it's a different. It's almost like it's two different worlds in one. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I can't take Amelia over to Jelly Rolls.
No.
So it's a 21-up bar. It's just that's not something I can do.
Well, it's not something we frequent anyway. But
No, I understand that. But I mean, there's a lot of things, and it doesn't just come down to Disney World. It also includes Disney cruises. Mm-hmm. It includes a lot of things. So
we are going to be working on putting that together for you for the upcoming weeks. But we'll also be bringing the news and all the excitement of things that we're hearing from Disney World, Disney Cruise Line, all of that. Because, we do have the holiday season coming up and Food and Wine's starting. And, of course, we've got the holidays at Epcot. There's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about. So, with that being said, guys, we appreciate everyone coming out and enjoying our banter that we have. We have a lot of fun here, and we hope you all do too. And with that being said,
thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you again next week at 9.
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks, sorry, at 9 o'clock.
Walt Disney World time.
So please make sure you share out, let everybody know, and definitely visit middleofthemagictravel.com for all your vacation needs.